welcome back, everybody. We had to postpone a little bit.
Like rainbows.
Just a week.
Well, rainbows are coming out. The storm passed. Luckily, everyone's fine. Everyone made it.
Here.
There was plenty of beer.
Plenty of beer.
Once the beer aisle runs dry, then I panic.
Yep, I had internet, so I did a lot of gaming. So thank God. I think you were out of power for like 30 minutes or something.
For like 16 hours. Okay. Ours went out after we got home.
Right, after the storm.
It was blue skies. We got in, we flicked the light switch on. I was like, the power's out, and Dad was like, that's weird.
Unfortunately, the people down in the Fort Myers and Sarasota areas, they weren't so lucky. So thoughts and prayers go out to them. Hopefully, they can recover and recoup and all that stuff.
A lot of places to donate. But if you can find GoFundMes that are legitimate, I've heard on the radio, as well as Metropolitan Ministries, which is local here in the Tampa Bay area, something like that, because there are a lot of scams out there.
Yeah, especially on Instagram.
A lot of dirt bags.
If you ever see like Instagram donations,
I would say GoFundMe if you can find somebody there, because you're helping.
Do some vetting though.
You're helping that specific person. So, but we go through this every year, and especially with this storm, and this really just fucking irritates me.
Hurricane Ian.
Is that before he even hit Cuba or that area, they had it dead to rights. It was going to hit Tampa, bullseye. It's going to be destroyed, flooded. You might as well just pack up and move out. There's no way it's changing. It's just whatever.
So they always turn.
Right,
always.
But this time they were determined, and even though it shifted a little bit, like even up until I think it was Tuesday morning,
late Monday. Yes. You got to imagine a lot of those people down there probably went to bed Monday morning feeling at ease, and then holy fuck.
Right, but for whatever reason they just wanted it to hit Tampa so bad. Just so bad, and
they wanted it to, but that's the direction it was.
But that was what they want. Well, even if it shifted,
if they really wanted it to, they would all be like in paragliders next to it, going.
But you saw
with the fans on. Put the fans on.
Go.
But you saw that they had the cone. They kept having
running
the cone
it
wide
through.
open.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay area.
But it's still gonna hit.
I will agree with you on that one. I will. Because obviously you get more views, because I can see on YouTube there's live streams of it with millions of views. I'm like, no fucking Fox News has ever gotten millions of views live stream like Fox 9.
It's weathertainment,
right? But it's it's fear-mongering,
right? And I'm not saying we shouldn't take storms seriously, but think about if they were just a little bit more honest about, we don't really know exactly yet or whatever. I feel that maybe those people in those Fort Myers, Sarasota areas would have had more time, because they literally.
That is true, actually.
Realistically, we had a week if we wanted to evacuate, we could. And they.
I didn't know about it till Sunday.
They had 24 hours, and that's maybe
a lot of people are having a bit of remorse for giving advice.
Right.
And some people through the radio, some people over, news media and things like that are probably like, you're probably going to be fine, whatever. And then now they are feeling like, oh my God, I might be responsible not purposefully.
Right.
But I'm not saying they had they were, it's all a setup. They really trying to screw it. I'm not going that route. But it's just they're not being honest, and they just have this narrative where this is the path, this is where it's going.
You just don't like the fear-mongering?
Yeah, and you're really doing a dishonest to the other people, because they just didn't have a chance.
It's always the other weather patterns around. It's crazy, because as strong and as violent as these things can get, they're at the mercy of all the other weather that's around it. Yeah. It's like a screwball,
full breeze,
knuckleball. It has no control over where it's going, and that kind of pisses me off. What I'm doing exactly right now is, during this kind of event, we all become weather experts, especially here in Florida, don't we? Oh, well, with the we'll see if it turns out. Well, the good news is, being in the cone a week out means it's gonna turn, and get your sandbags, get your water. When COVID hit, we all became pathologists. when the war started with Russia, we all became military strategists.
Oh,
If
it's
we
still-
just
it's still
continue
happening.
to just
Still going on.
exactly, it's
Yeah.
still happening.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah.
get on here every week pretending like we know stuff. I mean,
I've been dropping some facts. If you guys have watched the show, I drop a lot of fucking truth bombs. I'm just saying. So,
I drop a lot of
watch
cans.
Watch the hypocrisy video. Let me tell you something. It'll blow your fucking mind. Bro.
Oh, it makes me mad.
Makes you mad.
Well, it irritates me, pisses me off.
What else is new?
Yeah,
Well,
a lot
I
of
mean,
things do. We
that's
played Warzone today. I'm pretty pissed. I'm irritated right now.
That is a good segue into today's episode topic, ladies and gentlemen. As you can tell from the title, it's called "You Know What Really Grinds Our Gears," but we didn't take the
I
actual.
usually grind my own.
We didn't take the actual that idea and steal it. We came up with basically a rejuvenated version of it, of just unique, specific things that really piss us off, such as fearmongering or acting like a pretend weatherman when you actually know
So that's
nothing.
too unique.
Well, I mean, I have some more unique ones, but
okay.
the one that gave me the idea for this episode happened at work, where I went to get water from the water fountain, like a normal human being does, and there's the door to the bathroom right there, and so I'm coming out, and the water fountain's in between, so I'm just going to take a diagonal shot, because I'm not going to walk in a 90-degree L like an idiot, so I'm taking a
course not.
diagonal shot. The door fucking shotguns open, like someone, it looked like
They
a SWAT
kick it?
team kicked it. It felt like, I mean, he just shoved it,
Oh, like how I
guess.
go through all the doors.
I guess.
Oh, you kick the doors like that?
But,
I kick it.
Oh.
I was about to lean down to go for the water fountain when that happened, and the door was right there. I barely got my hand here and caught the door. And a guy was still as I caught it, he was still pushing down. And I was like, and I'm just because I'm working, and the whole point is probably premier customer service. So even though he just threw a door into me and is still shoving me out of the way, I go, oh, excuse me, sir. I'm apologizing for something trivial, which is getting in his way.
I'm
even
gonna
though it's
put
not really a thing.
plankton in your pocket. Assert yourself.
Right?
And he goes, watch where you're going.
Ha! Ha!
So that's my unique pet peeve that gave me the idea for this episode, is when you apologize for something trivial and someone is still pissed off about it.
Right, it's still your
They don't
fault,
let it go.
even though they're acting in a way where you could have been justified
Right.
to
It doesn't
almost
matter.
overreact,
It's
right?
so
Okay.
trivial, it doesn't
I
matter.
still have a problem
Whatever
with you
it
going to
is.
the water fountain. Why don't you just have your own personal water? I'm just saying
You want me to
going the
buy
water
a
fountain.
$219?
Get a gallon of water.
$1,
Have that shit
$2.19.
ice cold. I know you like it cold. Have that
I
shit
mean,
ice cold.
the
Get it
water
cold.
fountains are cold.
Okay.
Whatever. You got a water fountain related pet peeve in there, Ty?
No,
All right, cool.
but it is kind of all right. First of all, Papa John's. All right, you seen Papa John's new ad campaign
better ingredients,
for the
better
bowl?
pizza.
No.
Papa John's.
for the bowl? Yeah, the Papa John's bowl.
That was the Papadilla.
It's fucking toppings in a bowl for $8.
Is the bowl
$8?
Is it like a breaded bowl?
You would think so, wouldn't you? Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Cheese, mushrooms, pepperoni, peppers. That's all I'm seeing. If you would have made it like a Chipotle bowl, the bowl is tortilla.
broccoli and
You know what I mean?
cheddar,
If
yeah.
you had pizza crust as a bowl and you could eat the whole thing, almost like a chicken pot pie, but like a pizza pot pie, if
Yeah.
you will.
Pizza pot
Pizza
pie.
pie. Pizza pot pie. Good name for a
Holy
band.
shit.
Anyway, Papa John's, fuck you. But things that make my mouth different colors really bothers me personally. I know.
Does the Papa
Is that-
Bowl make your
anyone-
mouth a different color?
What?
Or is that two different things?
No, I won't eat that because that's stupid.
Oh, okay.
Or pay for that because that's stupid.
So
But
you don't like lollipops?
no, that's also sweet. But like green beer, for instance.
Okay.
Sometimes that food coloring dye will turn your mouth green. Your tongue will be green. I ain't having blue Gatorade. I don't know why. It just
All
makes
right.
me. I don't like it.
Does that mean you don't like slushies?
It's sweet.
Yeah.
Man, fuck you. Slushies.
Sweet.
I don't
are
want
the,
the slushie.
Are fucking
Slushies
delicious.
are the great. Thank you. Slushies are the greatest invention known to human.
I'll pass.
Okay, I wouldn't say the greatest invention, but it is delicious.
Yeah, but I'm gonna pass on that. Things that make my mouth different colors. I don't like it because then people are like, "Oh, your dog's man." I'm like, "Ah, what?" I don't know. It happened to me as a kid, and
You didn't
It
know it
bothered
was
me.
blue,
Of
and it
course I
freaked
didn't
you
know.
out?
I don't walk around with a fucking Polly Pocket mirror. Sorry.
Since you're on foods, what really has been pissing me off is that all these fucking plant-based items. The
Okay.
Beyond Burgers, the sausage, the fucking tenders, and
The
all this.
COO of Beyond Meat I guess they just settled, but he like got into a fight with someone and bit the tip of his nose off.
Oh yeah, talk about Beyond
Yeah,
Meat.
that's not. And listen,
Is it all plant based? We're not sure.
I don't care. Like, eat whatever the fuck you want, but just this idea that everyone's buying into this bullshit of like, oh, how healthier and natural it is.
It's so processed.
Right, like we're
Pea
just,
protein isolate,
we're just
first
not,
ingredient.
we're just
next
not
to water.
comprehending. If you look at the ingredients and everything that
It's
they
like
have
that
to
long.
do to form into a patty, then just eat a fucking at least a lean burger, something like
Like if you want to be vegan or whatever, that's fine. But to try to treat like plant-based meat as if it's healthier is horrible.
It really pisses me
They're
the
trying
fuck
to,
off.
yeah, they're trying to push it as a superior nutrition. And
Now,
it's just not the
they've been
case.
doing stuff like that. For
You know
years.
why we have canine teeth?
Suck dick. What?
Fucking saw through some meat, man.
But listen, they've been doing stuff like
Yeah,
this
that's what
for,
he just said.
for years. They've been doing stuff like this
No,
for
I
years.
said saw through some meat.
With all the different protein bars and stuff like you've ever seen some of those
Okay.
stuff? They have like birthday cake
Yeah, the-
protein
even,
bars.
Even
and,
what
like,
Raw cookie
Gatorade's
dough.
protein bar.
It's actually not that bad.
It's not that bad in taste.
Has a bunch of
okay?
sugar,
That's the problem.
It's like
that
50
shit is
grams
going
of
to.
sugar.
I've already done this kind of little fucking soapbox bullshit about
Right.
kids that have adult type 2 onset diabetes at 14 and we don't know how to treat it because they pump it all full of sugar up. So.
Right. So yeah, the plant-based and not just that, but then like not only are people buying it, but then they like try to like push it or guilt you into like why you don't eat it.
Remember his-
And I'm just like, you know what? You're a piece of shit, and I don't want to talk to you.
There's a guy, and if you know him, please put it in the comments. My buddy Chris told me about him the other day. I can't remember his fucking name, but he would go to these vegan protests that are like over the top, and they're like, meat is murder and all that bullshit, and he'll walk around them eating a fucking fresh.
I saw that.
A cow
I
heart.
saw that.
A cow
Oh,
heart, yeah,
shit.
a raw cow just walking around. Just, I'm like, that's my
I
fucking
saw that
hero,
guy.
man.
He ate a fucking greasy
Eat twice
burger.
as much meat so that one vegan doesn't make a fucking difference. And if you are a vegan, don't be vegan because you love animals. Be vegan because you hate plants.
Are plants not a living thing?
Thank you.
That's what science
If
says,
trees
right?
could scream.
There's a teacher.
They would.
There was a teacher in elementary school. I swear to God, I went up to a tree. I was like fucking 10 years old, so I'm just doing 10-year-old things.
And you fucked it?
I'm peeling bark off the tree. I'm just like bark, bark. And then she came over, fucking red in the face.
Oh,
and
like
goes-
it's his skin?
She goes, "How would it feel if someone tore your skin off?" At a 10-year-old child.
Pretty good. I'm a masochist.
I'm like, what the fuck? But you know what I hate more than plant-based product? I mean, I don't hate plant-based products that much. You hate them, but I can get on your train. But something I really hate, if any of you guys out there drive a pickup truck, please drop it below in the comments. I'm going to wait about 10 seconds for that to happen.
You back up into your parking space. Don't deny it.
Yeah, you're a fucking asshole. And now you're all going to get blocked from our channel because I hate everyone who drives a pickup truck.
Ooh.
Absolutely every single person who drives a pickup truck is an entitled asshole who just speeds and cuts across, no turn signals anytime you see a pickup truck. Watch how it drives.
Can I
You will
ask-
never.
I do, and you know what? Sometimes
They're always
okay.
just
The
cutting in
ones
front
that
and
drive that
fucking-
way. Okay, you don't drive. Okay. Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Is there a certain type of? Are you talking about like the
There
ones
is-
that are lifted with the fucking big tires and the fucking big
that's
diesel
the obvious
engine?
one.
Right.
That's the obvious
But
one.
you're
But
just
fucking
saying
smokestacks
anybody,
in the back.
right? Which,
there are
which, by the way, I would love. I'm just saying.
You're an asshole, bro.
I
It's
wouldn't
all
hate
you.
one. I wouldn't hate one of those. I'm just saying.
But even like
Chris
the
is
normal,
around the corner, I'm
I
just
just
Fuck the environment up. Be a,
a
man.
typical Ford F-150 or even a dirtbag truck like Trevor's truck from GTA. You see one of those bitches driving around.
Yeah,
and
but it's
fucking-
the behavior. I see motorcyclists that behave that way, and that guy's
that's
a dick.
different.
They're even
That's
fucking worse.
different.
Yeah, but I know plenty
They're
of
on a
people.
small thing.
But
That's
they're going
different.
in between
When they
lanes of
weave through
traffic.
people, dude, it's so fucking dangerous,
it
man.
is dangerous.
And then when they die, I've seen it on both sides. Watch GoPro videos of motorcyclists or what have you that, they're actually doing the right things that are out there. And same thing with the trucks. I have seen trucks that drive kind of fucking slow and safe. And I'm like, I'm the one being upset because they're driving slow and safe. Speed it up. We are at the mercy of the worst drivers on the road. Bad drivers dictate the flow of traffic, not good drivers. And everyone thinks they're a fucking good driver.
Yeah, but the pickup truck that's 40 miles in front because he's fucking dodging in front of it, he's not a
Whoever
good
does
driver.
that behavior
I feel
is
like
going.
that-
You are going
yeah.
to notice it. So when you see a truck do that, you're like, fucking figures. I
No,
get
'cause
it.
it's
when
always
I
a
see
truck.
It's not always a truck.
I
I've
can-
seen motorcycles do it. I've seen BMWs do it. I've seen Nissan Altimas do it.
And
they-
Nissan Rogues.
They
too.
got no fucking hubcaps on. The bumper's falling off, and they're still just.
Fuck pickup trucks.
I can get
I'm gonna
behind.
buy you a
I
pickup
can,
truck.
I can get behind you if you were specifically
I
talking
can
about the
get-
guys with
alright.
the big lifted trucks.
There's like a 2% of
But-
like minority drivers who like do like lawn care, and they're lovely, they're wonderful. Just every other guy is a fucking asshole.
You
in a
just
pickup
popped
truck.
one into my brain. If you own a truck and it's
You
like
don't do
and
manual
you're
labor.
right, you're big badass fucking F-150 Ranch edition, whatever Dodge Ram, like a big Ram, and you have like the
16
fucking
wheels.
bitch step to get up into the cab, like you ain't got no hay bales back there, because they do that. Any type of commercial for a Chevy truck or
It's a
Ford-
working
right.
man's truck.
When you gotta get up, it's a real gravelly voice. Too.
Right.
When you gotta get up early to start work before the others have even
And he works
brushed
at-
the
and he
sleep
works
out
at
of their
Target.
eyes. You get to work, the grit, your hands getting dirty, working man in the afternoon. Are you knocking off at noon for lunch? No. Because there's work to be done.
Man,
and
you
when
should-
there's work to be done, you need the one working truck for the working up the work.
You should- you should-
And they're
you should do
clean as shit.
commercial.
You get a spot of something on one of those guys' trucks, they're gonna
Right?
Man,
It's
if
like,
I had
oh,
the- if
fuck
I had
it.
the
Calm
money,
down,
I would
Chad,
buy you
I'm
guys
sorry.
trucks. If I had the money, I'd buy you guys trucks.
I'd
just to
sell
really
it.
Piss you. Wow.
Or I just
no, I
put
keep
a
that.
top. I put a
keep
topper
that.
on it.
See, I got an
I'd put a
SUV.
topper.
I went the Dadmobile route because it could dual as both. Because at the time I was thinking about somewhat futures with people that didn't pan out, and I'm like, I could have that. But it's also a good utility vehicle,
Right.
and it's not showy, so kind of works. And
If you have a
all
topper
the
on your pickup truck, you get a pass.
and if you drive an old Toyota but you scratched off the letters so it says "Yo" in the middle, you get a pass.
Also
and if you have a
true.
Pizza Planet fucking sticker on the back of your thing.
Wait,
That's a half and
wait,
half.
Real quick, what if the little I see the Toyota Tacomas and they take out the last couple letters so it just says taco on it?
Never seen
Nice.
that, but I
Yeah.
appreciate
That's
it.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yep.
What else makes you mad?
Well, since we're actually talking about cars, this is
Oh no.
what really pisses me off is these
Grind your
fucking
gears.
electric cars, the Teslas, these fucking new BMWs. all
Elaborate.
that. I'm gonna tell you.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna
I
tell
love
you.
how he's so confused about that, but yet he was ready to be like, if you own
Right.
a pickup truck,
No,
then fuck
because
yourself.
fuck you. Fuck
Right.
you.
See what I'm
but
saying?
he's just hating the environment right now.
I know a lot of nice
hold on.
people that have
I'm
pickup
gonna tell you a
trucks,
couple
man.
things right now. First of all, people in electric cars, they act like they're so bougie, like they're better than everyone else.
Like
Okay.
the smug
And-
episode on
yeah.
South Park with the
Yeah,
hybrids.
anybody with a fucking Tesla thinks they are like,
Agreed.
they are just like top of the world.
They have the same mindset as a pickup truck driver. See, we've reached a common ground.
So there's that.
But it's only pickup trucks.
There's that.
Yes.
Number two, if you just like the people who think the plant based is like healthy
saving
and
the
better
world,
for-
yeah.
If you honestly think that electric cars are better for the environment, Matt, I got some fucking news for you. Just so you guys know, it runs on lithium batteries, and you guys should do some fucking research on how you mine lithium. And if you think, if you're still gonna say to me that they're still better for the environment, then I don't want to fucking talk to
Because
you.
all right,
Because you're just so misinformed.
if you
And you're
replace
just bought into the marketing bullshit.
if you replaced all gas-powered cars with all electric cars, there would be an environmental advantage. However, just doing it as like it's not an actual government like sanctioned transfer. It's just kind of a new toy you can use. So they're like not mining sustainably because it's not the point of it isn't to be sustainable. It, like you said, is to market to
Market,
people.
make
It's all a marketing.
Right.
Because realistically, the power grid could not handle everyone having a fucking electric car.
Right, which is also true.
And Yeah, I mean, like I said, and then what are you gonna do with those?
I don't know
Fucking...
what a gas or a power station would fucking shut down the whole fucking
Right.
block if everybody filled up at once to leave for a hurricane.
Right, it's just not sustainable. And how are you getting rid of those? Because those Tesla batteries I've seen, they're fucking big. They take up the whole undercarriage of the car.
Dump them in the ocean with the other car batteries.
So I'm just saying, okay, they can go fast, and yeah, it's cool. It's something different.
They can go fast.
But do not, when you start feeding me this, it's better for the environment. I want to get the fucking big ass diesel truck with the dual pipes and let the fucking gas just blow the fuck out. Dude.
Like
That's
the guy
what I
eating
want.
the heart at the vegan protest.
That's what I want.
I can sell you on electric cars, specifically Teslas, in like one sentence.
Go for
Go
it.
ahead.
You can sleep and fuck while your car is driving you to your destination.
I can fuck and drive at the same time already. So why do I need to let your car?
And if I'm about to fuck, guess what? Wherever I'm going ain't that important.
Right. You can fuck while driving a normal car. You can. You want me to tell you?
Can we bring Roadhead back?
No, beyond Roadhead.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you.
Beyond Roadhead.
Just have her steer, but in reverse cowgirl, and you just
Nope.
lean back in the chair, and it's like, there you go. You control the gas and the brakes, so she tells you when to steer.
No,
You can just look
I'm gonna
around.
tell you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. She sits
Just
on
left.
top. She sits on top, right, hugging the fucking seat. You have one arm around her, one arm on the wheel. And she has her arm over your head so you still can look at the road.
So she can relax. Look, he's a gentleman.
Bro,
This fucking guy.
This is one fucking.
Dude.
I'm just saying it can be done. So just
Life finds a way.
I'm just telling you, bro.
Oh my! I'm so inspired right
I'm
now.
just telling you, bro. I've been around, dude. You just
This day has
fuck
been
these
an
electric
emotional
cars.
roller
I'm just saying,
coaster.
I've been fucking emotional.
Just the modern day Dalai Lama right here.
I'm just fucking telling you, dude.
You know what pisses me off?
Life.
When people, like, if I'm having a conversation with somebody,
And someone cuts you off.
And skips their turn.
it depends. If it contributes to the point, I can
Yeah, you're
usually
okay. Go for
be
it.
patient with it.
Just fucking.
But when I'm having a conversation with somebody and, like, we're talking about something, and as that goes on, they're just like, "Can I be honest with you?" Because I'm like,
You haven't been?
Are you usually not? Like, is that now I'm questioning everything we've ever talked about? Like, look at what you've done to me. Like, my anxiety is now here, and I'm like,
This entire conversation has been a lie.
and if you preface it with "Can I be honest with you?" which makes me think you haven't been honest with me previously, it furthermore reinforces what you're about to say is not the truth in my mind.
Because you're trying to
Right?
portray it as the
I'm like
truth.
I'm 8 ways to Sunday just fucked.
Reminds me of a phrase I really like, which is "with all due respect," because it doesn't clarify how
Everything
much
you
respect.
say afterwards is not.
It never clarifies how
Not
much
nice.
respect is due. It
Right.
just says "with all due respect."
Yeah.
With all due respect,
Just
fuck you.
Usually zero.
Right.
Well, it's like what on Talladega Nights. Just because you say "with all due respect" doesn't mean you can say whatever you want to me.
Oh yes, it
It
does.
damn sure does.
All right. Here's another one that goes pretty deep. There's 2 forms of it. It's called pretend micromanaging. I coined that term on my own.
Okay.
Pretend micromanaging, because everyone hates micromanaging, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. So the first term is a more general term that most people probably dealt with, where the person micromanaging isn't actually doing any work. So they're telling everyone what to do, but they're kind of sitting on their ass doing nothing.
That's what I'm used to.
That's pretty typical,
Just directing traffic.
right? See, I have a firm belief that managers should always have, like, they should always double as part of the workforce, but,
Yeah.
you
You
know.
need to lead by example.
Right. The second kind of pretend micromanaging, which is a real version of it, this is the more unique one that only, like, specific kinds of troglodytes really do,
Troglodytes. Nice.
where they jump out to micromanage something either you're almost done with or that you already know how to do. So you're finishing up a task, they jump in, "Hey, I'll handle this." And they finish it up, take all the credit. Or you're doing something very fucking basic, they jump out to explain to you how to do it, like you're a fucking idiot. So now you look bad that you're untrained, and they look great that they're training
Well, I
you.
finish their sentence before they can.
Right?
You know, we work in an industry that they constantly do that, right?
That's my point. That's why I
Okay.
came up with the
You
idea.
get a pretty good salary for it.
Because
too.
it's just like they come and they're like, "Oh, you know, actually do this and you do that and you do this and you do that," and I'm like,
This and
"Oh,
that,
yeah."
this and that, and that.
That's right after you do that and that, right? And they're like, oh yeah, you know how to do that? I'm like, yeah, I've
You know what
worked
you
here
do
for
after
5 years.
You stop on your right foot, don't forget it, double take 3 times.
And then bring it around town. All right, Will. What is your next pet peeve, my man?
Since we're on grocery stores, I will tell you, because I've been seeing this a lot, people making out in grocery stores and like getting all handsy and touchy. It's just like, it's kind of disgusting.
So like aggressive PDA?
Yeah, like I can't tell you how many times
Only in a grocery store or anywhere?
Well, really
In
anywhere.
malls, he's cool.
Right.
Well, really anywhere, but I see it a lot in the
I
grocery
think it's
store
sweet
recently.
if I see 2 people at the bus stop just embracing.
Hold on. If you're waiting in the line to get a fucking sub in the grocery store and you have her fucking bent over
And she's getting a
on
sub in the
shopping
grocery
cart,
store.
Okay.
and you're like making it known, like, hey, she's with me or whatever the fuck. I don't know. It just.
If it's like that scene in Barbershop where the homeboy takes that girl outside and they're like making out in front of the store and he's slapping her ass the way, like if it's like that, I get the whole, like, okay,
But
dude,
like I
we get
see,
it,
but
all right.
like I see it where like they're like looking at like something frozen and then he like puts his arms like all over her and around and,
And
it's
then
like,
we're just-
I'm like, what the fuck, like what is this? Are you like trying to show off? Are you trying
Just
to
take it old
claim
school. It's
it?
got a room.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
That's
I'm
an
just like,
underrated phrase.
Bring
Get
it back.
around.
Let's bring it back.
Bring
yeah,
that back.
I don't know. I just think in a grocery store. I mean, I don't. You do like the little kiss or a little slap on the ass.
Right,
that's fine.
okay.
But
Right.
you. I mean,
I think even
Well,
You
that
that.
clarifies
you
a bit
have her
more,
up
'cause I
against
was
the
like,
fucking
yeah.
freezer door,
I've never
and you're
seen
like
that.
whispering in her ear, like what item to get, or I don't know, whatever the fuck you're doing. I'm just like, yeah, get a fucking room, dude.
Hey, you
I
can
need
fuck in the
riced
frozen food
cauliflower.
section as long as you have a mask on.
We don't do that anymore. Who gives a fuck, dude? COVID's
over.
Dude, Fauci said it's fine, bro. It's all
Make
good.
sure you get vaccinated because there was a hurricane.
That's right. Go Joe Biden. Yep.
Well, speaking of a hurricane. Yep, the beer's kicking in. Things people take for granted based on circumstance that had basically nothing to do. Like, they didn't do. Nationalism is a good one. Doug Stanhope said it best, I feel, where nationalism kind of teaches you to hate people you'd never met and take pride in accomplishments you had no part in.
Yeah.
Ultimately. But one that came across my mind personally, I'm not talking about nationalism, but one for me, Venus rains acid and shit, and we get water. I think that's a pretty good deal. Like, I know the hurricane was shit, but if that was acid water,
I mean, there's acid rain.
yeah, but it wasn't acid rain hurricane. Great name
That's
for a
a
band.
great name for a
Damn! How do I
band.
keep doing this?
Acid rain, hurricane. All right.
Fuck.
I mean, that's fair.
If anyone takes any of these names that we've come up with throughout,
You will be
all the
threatened with
episodes-
legal
No,
action.
No, just hook us up and we'll be cool.
Legal action.
All right, well,
Well,
talk to me.
let me get a T-shirt, dude. All good.
That'd be a killer T-shirt. The designs they could get with acid rain, hurricane. All right. So my next one is when someone is apathetic about being oblivious. So
Yeah.
they realize that they're being oblivious to something. So first off,
Fuck it.
you're being an idiot
Yeah.
and you're just like completely spaced out.
Ignorance is bliss.
And then someone calls you out on it, or just say, like trying to like get by or whatever, if you're blocking the path, or like, excuse me, and they're like, and they don't care about being like an idiot. It's like if you're being oblivious, like if you're just like staring off in your phone, like at least, oh sorry, and like step off to the side or just put your pocket, keep going,
That's
or
society.
whatever.
That's just
But they
society
just
in
don't
general.
care about being a fucking idiot.
Yeah. That's society nowadays, actually.
Have some class when you're being stupid, please.
They're not even hiding it, dude. They don't give a
They're
fuck.
like school in July, bro. No class.
Yep. No one gives a fuck.
Shut the fuck up. Speaking of being classy while stupid, Will, what is your next?
I thought he was gonna call me.
No.
Man, I'm gonna go a little. I really and I know we're in this culture and time now. I really dislike and really hate that all
Careful
these.
where this is going.
I know. Shutting down opposite opinions, opinions that you don't like,
Okay.
trying to cancel them, and
Based on a feeling.
right, or just because you don't like what they say, and it's just like, okay, well, you
I agree with
don't
this.
have to watch them, but you know,
if they're successful, it means a lot of people are watching them.
Right.
And so you want to shut it down because you're angry at their success.
Right.
Because you're
and,
sad.
And I understand the argument, like, okay, they're private companies, and you know they can make up the rules, but even with the rules that they make up, there's still bias on, and they pick and choose who those rules apply to.
Yes.
And so, and again, I resort back to this Andrew Tate. You know, I
private
personally
company.
don't watch him. But this argument that, oh, well, he was being sexist and a womanizer and all this. Well,
I mean, never mind the human trafficking and all that nonsense in his family.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like...
but your
how
example
many
with the
times
Taliban having a Twitter account is a perfect...
Right, but...
It's like, how is that okay?
But how many times I can go on YouTube and see all these fucking women talk shit about men and all this other stuff.
Yeah, right.
And it's perfectly
go on Google and type in "men are trash" and see all of the products that you can buy with that phrase on it.
But we're not.
But if you put in
right, so we're not being honest, and we're just, and it's okay to cancel as long as, you know, if they don't, if you know, if someone doesn't talk or say the things that you want to hear. Oh, let's just cancel them. Throw the book at them. Get rid of them. And it's like, I'm telling you, there's going to be a point in time when that shit's going to come around to you.
It comes back. And especially with
it's
comedians.
happening. But no, it's happening. Look at Trevor Noah. He's losing his show. Look at all those hosts on CNN. They're all fucking gone. Don Lemon, the Cuomo dude, all of them. They're all fucking gone. So it is coming back in full circle.
Yeah,
so
but
just
they
be
were,
fucking careful.
being a little extra, you know.
I'm just saying. So just be fucking we need to just stop with this fucking cancel
Look,
culture.
and I know you don't have the social media, but I reposted what Patrice O'Neill said on Fox News years ago when it was Opie and Anthony about to be canceled after Imus. And I remember that this is before you were born. I was still going to Sacred Heart Catholic School. He said nappy-headed hoe to describe some and he got and then someone else was getting fired, and then Opie and Anthony made a joke about someone raping Condoleezza Rice or whatever, and Patrice went on Fox News and defended their right to just say fucked up shit because look, it's exactly like he said, to quote him, unfunny and funny jokes come from the same birth.
Right.
So you don't know, but the attempt should be made, and if you make a mistake, okay, yeah, you've got to realize it made a mistake, it didn't fucking land, apologize and move forward from it, but no, you're not in the business of funny, you're in the business of fire. Rest in peace, Patrice. I miss that motherfucker.
I mean, and here's the thing, is it going to grow and evolve to be like, hey, listen, we don't like, I don't know, auto shops, so let's just fucking close them all down because we don't like, that may be a bad example.
That's a terrible example.
We don't like, music stores anymore, you know, so let's just fucking...
Or selling this kind of music.
Right.
Well, that was like with Tipper Gore and fucking Jello Biafra on the Oprah show about like when they put parental advisory on CDs. Jello Biafra and Ice-T, you know, basically locking arms right now. It's like, look at... This is more than just culture that you're fucking with now. And that is perfect view that it doesn't matter to them about our cultures, our religions, our differences, colors, creeds, what have you, that they just kind of use that as a play card, but then it doesn't matter. If you fuck up against what they don't like, or you say something what they don't like, it really doesn't matter what the background is, if you're gay, if you're straight, if you're whatever, you have kids, your mother, it doesn't matter. They'll fucking can you.
Yep.
Done. Speaking of doctors, ultimately plastic surgeons I have a problem with. They can only make one face. I feel like they can only make one face.
What?
You end up looking like an alien and you have clown face. Too much plastic surgery. You get the Joan Rivers fucking... You get the Jack Nicholson Joker look.
You know they do more than faces, right?
Oh, yes. I get that, too.
I thought...
Because that's the other part of it. A lot of what they're interested in is perfecting the cosmetic shit. What have they fucking cured lately?
Okay, that's two points I need to bring up now, because you've sparked many brainwaves in my tiny little noggin. The first one, I thought you were going to go on a tangent and you're like, they always make the same face. Like, why don't they give us an extra fucking nose? Like, that'd be dope. Like, I thought you were going to start talking about, like, different faces.
You get a third eye put in my forehead? Has anyone ever tried that?
A little Uzi Vert.
Plastic surgery?
And then you pointed out that, what have they... And so I thought it's, like, a third arm. Like another, like just attaching new body parts. Why haven't they tried that?
Right?
Well, I'm
I would
sure
rather
they
be like Machamp and have like 4 arms.
Or 2 dicks.
You know what I mean? Or
2 dicks. This fucking guy.
Bro.
Just saying, dude. Just saying.
You need to go to medical school.
I'm just throwing shit out there,
You
man.
need to go to medical school. You need to go to school. All right. Another thing I hate is, I mean, a lot of people will probably resonate with this due to recent weather events. I don't like wind. I hate wind. It's loud. It's annoying. It fucks with your hair. It messes with your
I knew it was going
your
there.
hat.
No, that's what it was.
I'm-
That's the only problem he has with it. Is that
I weigh 130 pounds on a good day after like a good meal.
So do I.
The wind fucking pushes me, dog. It moves me. Like, fuck off.
Like
It's
Wild
so-
Thing.
And when you're skating, you can't fucking do anything in the wind. You basically got
That
to
I could understand.
ride around or just pack up and go home. The wind sucks. What does it
Sorry.
do? There's no benefit.
I feel like you need a hug.
It blows the pollen from the flowers because the bees are fucking dying out.
this
So we're
fucking
gonna
guy.
need something to bring it and pollinate the plants.
I feel like you need a fucking hug. The wind, really.
I fucking hate wind, man.
It's fucking. It keeps you cool. It's
Tuesday's
fucking nice.
gone.
I got
Oh,
AC.
here we go.
I got
And-
AC. I got
Speaking of
AC.
singing,
Is that your
Damn
next
it.
pet peeve?
no.
Oh, it's not on your list. I
your
had a
list?
feeling that that was gonna be on it.
No.
Actually, I can finish up my list real quick with a sound-related one.
Okay.
I hate sounds. Not really.
Like the wind.
It's one of them because I figured out that I have misophonia, which is the irrational.
You don't like miso soup?
Getting, I actually really do. Getting irrationally angry at weird certain sounds.
Like loud noises.
It's very
Yeah,
specific
that
sounds.
bothers me
No,
too.
no, no.
Like motherfucker. Like
No,
that was unnecessary.
But like I get irrationally pissed off when I like Sharpies squeaking on paper. I hate the sound of Sharpies writing on paper. I hate Chase throwing up. That makes me fucking incensed. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Damn it.
I hate.
Still got it.
I hate.
I
You're
want
gonna
to
need
hear
that back.
it. I want to hear it.
Wind is another one. If you ever drive,
I know it's the wind.
If you ever drove in a car and you're in the front seat or the passenger seat, and they have the back windows open, the back it sounds like you're
Yeah,
getting a
no,
fucking headache.
I understand that.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's horrible.
yeah,
All right,
I can fuck with that. Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm gonna go a little deep,
little deep.
just a little deep here, and it's
In
gonna,
who?
and it's gonna just in general, and it's acceptance. Just like, so my thing is like, and with me personally,
You
and
hate
then,
being accepted.
no, accepting things for like, for instance, like,
Instead of sublimating a shitty situation, just saying,
or
"Oh,
just or
rolling
trying,
over.
Well, right, or like instead of trying to better yourself, you just go, I'm just gonna accept this. For instance, like,
Bad
it
relationship,
I'm just gonna-
shitty job.
right?
It
Oh, I'm
depends.
just gonna accept being fat. Whatever. I'm not gonna work on it.
I already am,
You
so.
know, or being whatever the fuck. Like, I
Eeyore.
understand there's some circumstances, but and
Yeah.
then there's like this culture to where like we just accept. However, you know, we
You're
don't want.
great no matter what.
We don't want to better ourselves. We don't want to
My kid is
challenge
an
ourselves.
honor roll student.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that. Hold
You're
on.
amazing.
Side note.
You're
in
always
Florida,
amazing.
These fucking people with the Starkey Elementary Student of the Month shit. I want to punch you
A
in the fucking
citizen
face.
of the
You are
week.
letting pedos know that you
Right.
have kids. Like, you
Not only
just,
that,
Get
but
the
you're
fuck out of here.
not smart.
you're gratif-
Challenge yourself to be better, and always like just don't accept. Try to strive for, you know, to be better.
Even a little bit.
Something.
Even a little
Set
bit.
Small
If today
goals.
is a little bit better than yesterday, you're doing something right. That's good.
Yeah,
you feel a
just-
little bit better. It's a small victory.
You trying to
Chip
work
away,
out, like
man. Chip away.
don't do 100
Yeah.
push-ups a day. Do
Okay,
5.
right. And then
Do
you'll get to
fucking
100.
5.
You'll get there.
As long as you do it, anything you're gonna do it consistently.
Where's the rock?
and do
We
and
stay
do-
hungry. We don't. No.
and just do stuff that like on your own. Don't let people influence you on what you should.
Well,
and
having a
shouldn't do.
support system is important.
No, family wise, yes, but I'm just saying, don't just watch like someone on YouTube and be like, oh, I'm gonna start doing it because this person said. Like, it should come from
Yeah,
you,
who would do that?
right? Just saying.
Um,
I'm just raising awareness.
I
Dude. That's
got
all
you,
I'm
dude.
doing, bro.
this one I might catch a little shade from the ladies.
A little shade.
This is what Paul and I refer to as well, he coined it. I'm referring to it now. The buffalo nose ring.
You don't like septums?
The problem that I have with it isn't what it looks like. Now, with Paul, it's with what it looks like.
So he doesn't like...
He says when he sees a pretty girl and all of a sudden she walks up and she's got a thing in her fucking... And then he's like turned off. That's not what's turning me off. I don't think that it looks bad. What bothers me about it is it's so fucking trendy. It's the same problem I have with tattoos. I don't hate my tattoos. But it... In a weird way, if I had to do it over again, I would... Because everyone's fucking got them, I would feel... I guess more of an individual if I didn't have one now. At all.
Yeah, okay.
And back in the day, when I was growing up, like, if I ever saw a chick that had a fucking nose ring like that, you better fucking believe that it is latex, bondage, she's strapping me to a cross, she is melting candle wax on my foot. There is a safe word I cannot pronounce, and she's got a cat of nine tails, and I am there.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel with gauges.
Right,
When I see
100%.
people's gauges, because it's so everyone does.
Right.
So
Now
I
everyone
see
does.
just-
Right.
yeah.
And now I'm just like, oh, it's fucking, Felicity at Starbucks that, has it, and she still keeps a journal, and she's fucking 17.
I feel like
I'm
it always evolves,
It used
though.
to be a fucking It's the same thing I feel about tattoos. Look at me. It used to be dudes in the military, dudes in prison, or dudes in gangs. If you had a tattoo, there was a now everybody's got a
Hey,
I'm
women...
ripping on myself too.
Hey,
I get
women
it.
can be in gangs and been to prison and shit.
Well,
you
sure.
sexist fuck.
I said nothing of the sort.
He didn't
I
mention
just
that
thought,
at all.
But hey, it's not so bad being trendy. Everyone that looks like me is my friend.
So could you break that down? Like, could you step back and be like, it's really just a trendiness thing, not so much, or is this specific?
It is the trendiness thing. It doesn't
But
bother
that's
me
a
the way it
general-
looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me the way it looks.
Right.
Like I said, my
you're
buddy
just
was
following
like,
that-
I don't like it the way. And for
Although
me,
I
it's
will
a different
say,
reason.
it
I'm ready for her to
develops.
pull out the crystals and do my whole fucking star chart.
Oh,
I'm gonna
dude,
be
those
like,
bitches
Jesus
are fucking. Hey,
Christ, here
Ryan,
we
stay
go.
away from those fucking bitches.
How
Those
can
are
you stay
fucking-
away from them?
No,
It's 95%.
there you go.
I'm gonna make
Even the atheist ones I've met, and I'm like, we have something in common, and they're like, you're a Cancer, so that.
I'm gonna make no comment on
Run away.
my
You
current
fucking
relationship.
You fucking run away on that shit.
Will?
I do immediately the next morning. I'm gone.
God.
Well, I'll
Hey, she should have seen it coming, right? It's in my personality. Fortune telling fucking fraud.
mine. I'll do a food one. Well done steaks.
No, dude.
I just.
Thank you.
I mean, you might as well just eat a fucking tire. I mean, you might as well just start chewing on your fucking car tire. I never had a well done steak. I mean, maybe when I was like really young and didn't know any better.
Right, they didn't want kids to have something that.
But I was
made-
mostly, especially when I was a teenager, I was medium well. Now I'm rare. And
Now
Medium
it's
well
rare.
is an illusion. I don't
Right.
believe it's an actual.
it's
temperature.
like that middle gas.
I know they
It's
say
like
it's, but I don't
right.
believe it's.
Yeah, so to me, you're just ruining the meat, and it's really rubbery, and it's just like...
This cow died for nothing.
Right.
You might as well have had a Beyond fucking burger.
Yeah, and pretty much, yeah. So...
That's
what it's
fantastic.
really
That's
good.
like King of the Hill, What if someone wants theirs well done? We politely yet firmly ask them to leave.
Right?
I had a couple more, but
You got one to close us off for
Do
the next
I?
show?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Do one
People
more.
mispronouncing common words. Get it together. Okay. Words
So
like
you hate me, right?
It bothers me. I didn't say I hate.
Yeah, I know.
I hate when you use the wrong "your" in there.
Supposedly. Supposed.
No, it
supposedly.
Ty, it has a B in
Right.
it. It has a B.
Supposedly. You fucking dumbass.
Are you a fucking English major? Like what the
I
fuck?
am the grammar police, which is another pet peeve of mine, which was me ripping on myself a little bit more. We didn't get to it. Salmon, not salmon.
Solomon. That's our grandpa right there.
Salmon is short for Samantha. And other words like instead of programs, they call them programs.
Programs,
Programs. And not financing, it's financing.
financing. I feel like that's just
And financing.
that's just a
They're
pronunciation.
just trying to get it in the time frame.
That's a pronunciation thing.
Ugh, and I don't like it.
ricotta cheese.
But it's not wrong.
That's correct.
That's
It's
Italian.
not ricotta.
That's how it's spelled.
Because no one
That's
gives
how
a
it's
fuck
spelled.
about Italians.
Put the respect on
There's
that
no
fucking
respect,
meatball sub.
and you just go ricotta. I cringe. I fucking cringe. No love.
Have a good night,
No
everybody.
love for the Italians.
It's good to be
Ha-
back.
Have a good night. Welcome back.
No love.
Missed you.
See ya.